Good evening and welcome to Tampa Bay Tonight. I'm Wendy Ryan. Our top story this evening, a 4-year-old boy is killed in Polk County. And we want to warn you, the details of this tragedy are quite disturbing. Investigators released some shocking images, and they say the person responsible for the young child's death was his adoptive mother, who beat the child multiple times while he was in her care after leaving Haiti. Our Chad Mills is in Davenport tonight with the details and a look at how to prevent similar tragedies.
Wendy, the sheriff says if there's any good here, it's that the child is no longer being hurt and is now in God's arms.
I am going to tell you a sad story, a very sad story.
It's a case that Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says turns his stomach. A 4-year-old is dead, and the sheriff says the woman who was supposed to be his mother is to blame.
He's dead because she beat him to death.
According to the sheriff, Brian Boyer was adopted at birth in Haiti by a woman who eventually sent the child to her sister in Davenport, 36-year-old Patricia Sanitizaire, who's now accused of her adoptive son's death.
This never should have happened.
Judd says days ago, when the 4-year-old became lethargic and unresponsive, he was taken to the hospital where he died. The sheriff says medical examiners then found a pattern of abuse, including layers of bruising and a cut to his liver.
The medical examiner said it could have been nothing else other than an immediate hard strike to the abdomen.
He says detectives even found disturbing videos of the abuse on the woman's phone, including one where she throws the child in a pool with his hands tied behind him.
This makes me so angry.
Nikki Daniels is the director of Champions for Children, a nonprofit aimed at preventing child abuse.
Hearing about these kinds of things happening is just heartbreaking.
We reached out to her to find out how you can help spot child abuse before it's too late. She says look for bruising, stories that don't add up, and an unusual change in a child's behavior. And you can ask these questions.
And do you feel safe going home? Are you comfortable at home? And even to try to, especially with younger children, what's the best part of being at home? What's the best thing about it in your family? If the child can't think of anything, that's a concern.
She says all of us can and should keep our eyes peeled and report anything suspicious.
We have to be the village. It takes a village to raise a child. We have to be the village to help support and watch out for these kids.
As for the Polk County case, the sheriff does not believe the child's adoptive father was present during the abuse that killed the child. They're still trying to figure out if he was present during periods of past abuse. Meanwhile, the parent's adoptive 16-year-old son is now in protective custody. In Polk County, Chad Mills, ABC Action News.